Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about friendships. From making friends, maintaining friendships, going through friendship breakups, and just some tips and tricks on how you can navigate friendships going into the school year, or if you're somebody that's been in friendships for a while but you feel like they're not right for you, this video is going to go through that. As usual, this video will be broken down into various video chapters for your ease and convenience. Grab a cute drink, a pencil, and a paper, and let's get right into the video. Chapter number 1, making friends. Okay, so guys, making friends is really hard. Like somebody just had to say it, right? It's very hard to make friends, especially when you're getting older, you're navigating your way through high school, university, even into adulthood. It can be really hard to make friends sometimes. So the first step to making friends is honestly to understand yourself. Get so clear on who you are as a person. Understand what your strengths, your weaknesses are, and what you like and would love for your own life. Get a sense of who you are as a person to ensure that you can align people into your life. And this all starts with cultivating a self-love journey for yourself. Learn about yourself. Learn about the things that you love. Set aside time to really get to know you, whether that be doing your favorite things by yourself or just allowing yourself to express you in a way that maybe you haven't done before. Almost become your own best friend, start off by doing that first, understanding who you are as a person and what really makes you happy. When you get into the nitty-gritty of who you are and you become so self-aware of that, it just becomes so much easier to align individuals into your life. Also, this acts as a manifestation tool. And here are a few tips on how you can actually learn to love yourself. Number 1, set time aside for yourself. That means actually putting aside a little bit of time every single day to sit with yourself. Now, this could be to read a book, maybe do something that you love, like walking. It could be baking. It could be just doing something that you love for yourself to allow you to just be in your present moment with you. Learn about yourself. Number 2, take yourself on solo dates. Enjoy your own company. Literally, if you've been wanting to go to a really cool restaurant, just go. Enjoy the time with yourself. Enjoy what the world has to offer for you. Learn about yourself and step out of the box, put yourself into situations that you're allowing yourself to learn new things about you. Number 3, journal your thoughts and allow yourself to learn about yourself maybe that way. It could be in voice notes. Maybe ask yourself how you're doing every day. Develop that self-love relationship with yourself. Number 4, self-care activities. Do self-care activities, whether that be running a bubble bath, maybe doing a cool face mask, eating healthy. Number 5, getting clear on what it is that you want for your life. Okay, girl, listen. In order for us to align ourselves with the friends that we're going to make, we need to get very clear on what we want for our lives. So get clear on your goals. What is it that you're trying to achieve right now? What is it that your life looks like in 5 years' time? Guys, we always talk about this. We always talk about goal setting. Ensure that you have a clear projection of where you want to go, because the friends that you're going to make in that process or the people you're going to attract in that process will happen if you're very clear on where you want to go. It's going to happen if you're very clear on what you want for your life. So set yourself up for success right now by ensuring that you're very clear on where you want to go and thus allowing yourself to be placed in situations to attract people that are aligned with your life. And guys, I'm just going to say it. Once you've become so comfortable with who you are as a person and just know your inner voice and your inner being, it's going to be so much easier to actually make friends that are right for you. We all know those ones when we're in high school or university and we just want to be everybody's friend. Guys, we are not supposed to be everybody's friend. That is not how it should be. We should be aligning ourselves with the correct people that will allow us to live a fulfilled and beautiful life. Not everybody is going to be for you, and that is okay. But the first step to ensure that we can become a magnet for these kinds of people that we want in our lives is to really become whole in ourselves first, understanding who we are so we can allow those kinds of people to gravitate towards us. Some practical tips on how to make friends is to go to networking events at your local school or in your community. Go and try new things out, whether that be a cooking class. Maybe you'll make some friends there. I know I've made quite a few friends by just joining a local gym and being able to kind of have similar workout times to some of my friends that go to the gym. If you really like to read, join a reading club at your local library and see if you can meet friends that have similar mindsets to you. Maybe volunteering to take on a task where you have to collaborate with a few people. It could be joining a cooking class. It could be just literally anything that allows you to kind of put yourself out there a little bit. Now, huge disclaimer, guys, a lot of people when you're in this process of self-love, will be gravitated towards you and want to be your friend. It's going to make you sincerely magnetic. You are going to attract so many people in your life, but you're going to have to be the judge of who you allow into your life and who you share your energy with. Because guys, not everybody is going to be for you. We want to actually filter out the people that should not be in our lives, should not be our friends. And this is a process of honestly just understanding yourself, understanding what you want in your life that will ensure that you're filtering through people that you really don't need. So if there are people that come into your life that just want to leech on your energy, you'll be self-aware enough to know not to let those people into your life. So get clear on your priorities first, understand who you are as a person, and it's going to make it so much easier to make friends. Chapter number 2, friendship breakups or dealing with friends that you don't feel aligned with. So this half of the video is literally going to be dedicated to filtering through friends, understanding who you should allow into your life, as well as dealing with the aftermath of having a friend no longer be in your life. I want you to be so honest with yourself about the friendships that you have in your life. Literally, get that pencil and paper out and write down every friend you have in your life right now. Look at each of them and really ask yourself, why is this person in my life, and do I feel like they align with my current self or who I'm becoming? Be so honest with yourself about this, because guys, you need to be clear on who you surround yourself with. Your energy is limited. Do not just give it to everybody and anything out there. You need to ensure that you're surrounding yourself with the right people that make you genuinely happy, that fill your glass up as much as you fill their glass up. You know that feeling when like you go out with a friend and you guys are literally like at a restaurant or like doing something fun together and you leave feeling so exhausted, like you're like drained. You're like, why did I even go to this? Like I feel so drained. I feel so tired. That's not a good sign. If you're feeling that when you're out with a friend, listen to it. That is literally a sign that maybe that friendship is not for you. Friendships are supposed to fill you up with love. They're supposed to fill you up with support, with appreciation, and with just so much happiness for your life. And if it's not doing that for you, if it's draining you, if it's making you feel stressed, if it's making you feel anxious, if it's making you feel depressed, reevaluate. And listen, we're going to have different friend groups, right? We're going to have maybe some friends that we enjoy just having a fun time with. We might have friends that are goal-oriented and going in the same direction as us, and that's completely okay. But evaluate what each of those friends' roles play in your life and if you want them to actually be there. We are in 2024, okay? We are no longer allowing people into our lives or keeping people in our lives that don't align with us. Do you guys remember in that video I said you are the average of the 5 people you hang out the most with? This is one of the things you need to keep in mind when it comes to friendships and who you associate yourself with. If you're a person that's very goal-oriented and you surround yourself with friends that just want to party and don't have any goals for themselves, well, let me tell you now, you're going to become exactly like that because you're not aligning yourself with people that are going in the same direction as you, that have the same mindset as you. And I'm going to tell you a quick fun story to let you know how this manifests. Back in university, I used to have kind of like a weird time with friends. So like part of university, I was kind of navigating my way through what kind of friend groups I really wanted to be with. And at the very beginning, I was with a friend group that didn't necessarily have the same goals and outlooks, etc. that I did. And what that actually did for me was make me feel so incredibly insecure, so incredibly unmotivated, to like go about university and get good grades and get to the place I really wanted to be. So what I did was I got very clear with myself, sat down, made a list of all my friends and evaluated where they fit into my life. And basically that just showed me that maybe I am not in the correct friend group. Maybe I need to make friends that are a little bit more aligned with what I'm looking for. And so I did just that. I aligned myself with friends that are a little bit more similar-minded to me. And through that, I was able to cultivate beautiful friendships that actually helped me get to the place that I wanted to be at. And guys, a huge disclaimer. There is nothing wrong with moving on from a friendship that no longer serves you. It's the same thing as a relationship, right? If you're with somebody that no longer serves you, that you don't feel good with, that you don't feel happy with, why stay in that? And it's the same thing with friendships. If you're friends with somebody that you don't feel connected to anymore, you don't feel like you're going in the same direction, it's okay to say goodbye. It's okay to allow that person to naturally phase out of your life. And I'm going to tell you how. If you are in the situation where you're in a friend group with people, or maybe you have a friend that you feel like you're misaligned with, this is what you can do. So the first thing you can do is start to distance yourself from those people. Allow yourself that space and that time to really decide if that's a friendship that you want to continue. And also by distancing yourself, and that will allow you guys to naturally go your separate ways. Second, if this is a friend that you're really close close with and maybe you shared something very special with and you don't want to necessarily distance yourself, what you could do is just have a conversation with them. Message or call them or meet up with them and just let them know how you're feeling and what decision you've made for yourself. A person that truly cares about you and cares for your well-being will understand how you feel. Okay? And this is not you coming from a bad place. Everything to do with moving on from friends does not come from a bad place. Actually, you are choosing yourself. You are choosing to honor who you are as a person and honor the change that you're going through. And that's completely normal and completely natural. But please always remember to do it in a kind and very respectful way. I want you guys to remember that just because you stop being friends with someone doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't mean you have to be a people pleaser and just allow every single person into your life and cultivate those friendships for like years and years and years and end up with friends that you don't necessarily feel satisfied with and misaligned with. You don't have to do that for yourself. You can choose to actually allow yourself to be free from that, to allow yourself to open up to the possibility of having more aligned friends for you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you needed reassurance on that, here you go. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Guys, think about it. We're continuously changing. We're continuously growing. And that's a beautiful thing. And when we're in the process of growing, things will naturally fall out. You're not going to have the same friends you had like 20 years ago if you're a new person now, if you've changed now, if you've moved on with things in your life. The best friend that you had in high school might not be your best friend 10 years from now. And that's completely okay because both of you are growing and changing and evolving into new people, and that's completely fine. You should be growing, you should be evolving, you should be transitioning into new, more amazing versions of yourself. And people that are aligned with that will be in your life, and those who are not won't. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, dealing with the aftermath of breaking up with a friend. I've been through it. I've been through a friendship breakup where I was very, very close with somebody for many years. Like this was like my best friend, guys. Like this was somebody that I spent a lot of time talking to, a lot of space. Like, we'd hang out together. We'd have just the most amazing moments, the most amazing jokes together. And that person and I ended up having a friendship breakup and we ended up going our separate ways. And I can tell you from experience, friendship breakups almost feel very similar to romantic breakups sometimes. Because we have to understand when you're very close with somebody, when you're best friends with that person, when you and that person have shared so many beautiful memories together, and now you're no longer going to share those, it's hard. It's hard to say goodbye sometimes. It's hard to accept the fact that you and that person are no longer going to create more beautiful memories together, especially if you were, you're friends with somebody where you're like, oh, when we're like 70 years old, we're going to be drinking our wine and gossiping about our grandkids together, right? Like a situation like that. But I want you to know that at the end of the day, you have to make the right decision for you and it's going to be okay. Very similarly to romantic breakups, you will probably go through the 5 stages of grief. You'll probably go through, denial, go through that depression, go through kind of the whole thing until you get to acceptance. And that's okay. We're human beings. We're going to go through things. We're going to, have highs, have lows, maybe even cry about it. That's completely okay to go through. But understand at the end of the day, you did what was right for you. Understand that navigating through friendship breakups is very hard. It is extremely hard to have to go through, but lean on your support system. Lean on the people that can help you get through this. Your other friends, your family, your hobbies. Learn to look inside you and to find the beauty in what actually is happening. Understand that not everybody is always meant to be in your life. Some people are just there for a season. Some people come into your life and then leave your life because they were only meant to be there to teach you a lesson or teach you something that will then help you into the next chapter of your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Appreciate the beautiful moments. Appreciate the time you did spend with that person. Appreciate all the beautiful memories you guys created. Love that. Cherish that. Because you know what? At the end of the day, that relationship taught you something. Maybe it taught you to have stronger boundaries. Maybe it taught you not to people please. Maybe it taught you a thing or two about yourself that you didn't know before. And that is a beautiful thing. Take everything as a beautiful experience. Life and the universe does things in your favor. Okay? Even though sometimes it might not feel like it might feel like the whole universe is crashing and nothing is in your favor, I promise you, the universe is doing exactly what it needs to do for you, and trust it. Trust that it's doing that for you. Trust that everything that is meant for you will fall into place. You will be able to cultivate the friendships that are necessary for you. You will be able to get over the friends that were not right for you. At the end of the day, every single thing will fall into place for you. Trust the process. Trust everything. You will be perfectly fine. All right, so that is all for our video today on friendships in terms of making friends, kind of maintaining friends a little bit with some tips and tricks, as well as friendship breakups and how to know just when to let somebody go. I believe in you, I know you can do it, and I'll see you next time.